Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Teacher Marifi TV. And thank you to all the supporters and subscribers and followers, especially to all my students and parents of this channel. And if you are new to my channel, please one, subscribe, two, like, share, ring the bell buttons, three, like, leave a comment, subscribe. 4, subscribe. Alright. Our lesson for today is the language of algebra. This is week 3, day 1 of the second quarter. Definition of terms. Algebraic expression. It is either a single number or a letter or a product of several numbers or letters. Algebraic expression. A statement containing one or more terms connected by plus or minus sign. Okay, so later, no? So we will give that examples. Factors. The numbers and symbols in a product. Literal factor. A letter used as a factor. Numerical coefficient. The number in an algebraic term. Literal coefficient. A letter used to represent a number. Okay. Exponent, a small number written to the right of the slightly above another number or letter to indicate how many times the latter is used as a factor. Base, a number or letter which an exponent refers. Power, the product of a number used two or more times as a factor. Similar terms, algebraic terms that have the same literal factors and in which each letter has the same exponent in all of the terms. Constant, a number, letter, or symbol whose value is fixed. Okay, so let's try. During the course of the basketball game, one player got injured and another is fouled out for committing the maximum number of fouls. These antecedents call for a replacement of the said player. Is it possible that the replacements be taken from the opponent's team? Kalaban? Now, in mathematics, if q is an even integer that lies between 0 and 6, what could be the replacements for q? In consumerism, let P be the price of the whole piece of watermelon sold in a fruit salad. Is P a fixed single price? Are you aware that its whole watermelon differs in weight? Okay, let's try to discuss. Algebra is defined as the branch of mathematics which generalizes the facts in arithmetic. In spoken language, letters and punctuations are used to create words and phrases. In the language of algebra, letters along with numbers and operation symbols are used to create expressions. We shall begin by learning how to translate some of the rules in arithmetic and words into language of algebra. The language of algebra is composed of numerals. So numerals, it's a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. The letters or the variables to represent unknown numbers. Of course, no, we can use the letters in the English alphabet. Okay, a variable, no, is a symbol which represents any number from given replacement set. Okay, so yung variables, we use all letters. So any letters of the English alphabet. The replacement set is the set of values of the variable. A constant is a symbol which has exactly one number in its replacement set. Any numeral is constant such as 7, 4, and 11. Pi, or this symbol now for pi, is also a constant. If m has a replacement set of 9, then m is constant. X, Y, Z, A, B, and null set. These are constant. Symbols or signs. There are many ways to express addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division of algebraic expressions. Some English expressions leading to algebraic expressions with addition and subtraction are shown below. Okay, here. So we have the English phrase, the algebraic translation, okay, English phrase and the algebraic translation. For example, the sum of m and n. So, and 8. So, in algebraic translations, it is m plus 8. 10 added to c. So, we have c plus 10. 7 plus a. Yes, 7 plus a. 5 more than t. So, t plus 5. Q increased by p. So, we have q plus p. 11 greater than n. So, n plus 11. Exceeds r by 20, so r plus 20, okay? Here, the difference of 8 and m, so 8 minus m. 10 subtracted from c, so c minus 10. 7 minus a is 7 minus a, like that. 7 less than t, so t minus 5. T decreased by p, so t minus p. 9 take away d, so 9 minus d. So, 18 reduced by n is 18 minus n. 1,000 less f is 1,000 minus f. Alright, so example. Write two verbal phrases for each expression. 3 plus 4. So we can write that b, 8 minus 3, 3, c, n plus 5, and d, 7 minus 10. But before that, let's have this expression. So, 3 plus 4, so we use plus, then the sum of 3 and 4 or 3 plus 4. So, yun po yung kanyang sagot. For example, 8 minus 3, minus. So, 8 minus 3 or 8 less 3. N plus 5 is plus. No? So, the keyword is plus. So, 5 more than or n increased by 5. So, we can use more than or increase. 7 minus n, so it's minus, so n less than 7 or 7 decreased by n. Okay, let's have another example. Okay, letter A, we have 9 more than a number. So that's the phrase, and the keyword is more than. So if we are going to translate as an expression, that will be n plus 9. 14 decreased by a number, so decreased by is the keyword. 14 minus n. A number less than 22, so the keyword is less than, so 22 minus n. A number greater than 11, the keyword is greater than 11 at 11 plus n. So remember guys, always take note of the keywords, okay? Okay, let's have example number 2. Let n represent a certain number, then translate it into an algebraic expression. Now, what is an algebraic expression? An algebraic expression, or simple expression, is the result of combining numbers and variables with ordinary operations of arithmetic. Okay? So, for example, n more than a number. So, what are we going to do that? How are we going to represent that? So, n, 9 more than a number. So, we could write as 9 plus n. So, since we will use n as our uh, no, to represent the certain number. Okay, here, 14 decreased by a number. So, what's that? 14 minus n, no? So, we can decrease, is the keyword here, more than, no? In letter C, a number less than 22. So, here, the keyword is less than. So, n minus 22, no? Or we can write 22 minus n, but since a number less than, that means nasa unahan siya. A number greater than 11. So, the keyword is greater than, therefore, that is n plus 11. Okay? Next. Example number 3. Marvin worked M hours. Or again, Marvin worked M hours finishing his homework in mathematics. He worked P hours less than his homework in science. Write an expression that represent, okay? A, the number of hours he spent finishing his homework in science. And B, the total number of hours he worked for his homework in mathematics and science. Okay, so let's have the solution. So because he worked M hours in finishing his homework in mathematics and P hours less science, he worked M minus P hours finishing his homework in science. So the answer here is this, no? M minus P. Next, for letter B, because he worked M hours in his homework in math and M minus P hours in science, the total time he spent on two subjects was M plus the quantity of M minus P. Because M is the math, no? And science is M minus P, so this is the total. Total time spent on working two subjects. Alright? Example number 4. Carlos is 5 years younger than his sister Rowena. If Rowena's age are, what expression stands for Carlos's age? Alright, so solution. Carlos' age is 5 less than Rowena's. So 5 less than R is R minus 5. So the answer is R minus 5. So this is the answer. Okay, so below are some English expressions leading to algebraic expressions with multiplication and division. Okay, so we have the English phrase and the algebraic phrase, the product of 8 and m. So the answer is 8m. No need to put or sometimes we use the open and close parentheses like this, no? 8 times m or 8 dot m, no? But if we are going to simplify, ito na lang yun, no? 10 times z is 10z, c, no? 10c, and then twice is, that means 2x, 1 half p is 1 half times p, or when 1 half times p. 7 multiplied by b is 7b. So we have here another, the quotient of 8 and m. So 8 divided by m. So we use the division sign. 10 divided by c is 10 divided by c. The ratio of 7 to a, or 7 is to a. The p split into 4 equal parts. So p divided by 4. So p is last 4. That means p divided by 4. X divided by into 10. So 10 divided by x. Or x divided by into 10. No, it's 10 over x. Okay? Or simply we could use, yeah, okay, that's fine now, no? Next. Note, the multiplication sign x is seldom used in algebra since it could be mistaken for the letter x. Thus, if we wish to express the idea of 8 times a number, we can do this in any of the following ways. So, yan, no? So, 8.n or 8, yan, we use close and open parentheses, or 8n instead of 8 times n, no? So, if we are going to simplify this, it would be 8xn. For two numbers, parentheses are often prepared over a raised dot, which may be confused with decimal. So that 8 times 4 is expressed as 8 and close and open parentheses by 4. Okay, so division symbol, no, is rarely used in algebra. So more often we use the fraction bar. So that's a divided by b. We write a over b or slash, no? We use a slash, a divided by b, or a over b, yun, the fraction bar. All right, so example, write a verbal phrase for its expression. Okay, so we have 20 divided by 5, 8 times 4, 2n over the quantity of 2 plus n over 3. Okay, so here, for 20 divided by 5, so the keyword is quotient, no? So we can use the quotient of 20 and 5. For 8 times 4, so the keyword is times, so 8 times 4. 2 plus n, so the quotient, the keyword is plus and quotient, no? So that means the quotient of 2 plus n and 3. Yan, okay? Choose the latter of the phrase that best matches its expression. 8 minus 4. Okay, let's try. Kung hanggang saan ito. 8 lang yata, no? Okay. So, now let's see kung andyan yung tamang sagot. 8 minus 4. So, how is that? We can use 10 minus 4, sorry. So, we have here the answer 10, or the difference of 10 and 4. So, letter E. 4 divided by 10. Ano yan? The quotient of 10 and 4. Letter C. 10.4. We could say that it is 10 multiplied by 4. Letter F. No? 4 plus 10. How is that? So, 4 increased by 10. So, letter B. No? 10 divided by 4. 4 divided by 10. Or how is that? Tama ba? Or the quotient of 10 and 4 is the best. Letter C. Oh, okay. Sorry. Baliktad ang sagot ko. It should be, this one should be, baliktad yung sagot natin, no? This should be, B. Because 4 divided by Oh, increase eh. Increase. It should be addition. Okay, mali din. Wait lang. Parang wala din yung tamang sagot. Okay, burahin muna natin to. Let's leave as blank. Okay, next. 10n plus 4. Or the sum of 4 and the quotient of 10. Saan yan? O, ito. So, the sum of 4 plus the quotient of 10 and n. Ito yan, letter A. Okay, so guys, let's have this. The product of 10 and n, the product of 10 and n increased by 4. So, ito yan, letter G. And we have here n plus n squared. No? Minus 10. So, how is that? Andyan ba yan? So, parang wala, no? Because it should be squared, no? This is, or the quantity of 4 plus n squared minus 10. It should be like that. Or, yeah, ito. The squared of the 4, the square of the sum of 4 and n diminished by 10. So, ito yon, letter D. Okay, so that means, what should be the ano? So, we have already E, F, B, we have C, we have G, we have T. Okay, alin dyan yung wala pa tayo? 4 divided by 10. So, ito po yan, no? Letter H. Okay. Wala lang tayo sa A because nasa dulo pa yan eh, no? The sum of 4 and the quotient of n and ito na. Okay, here. Kompleto. Okay, so that's it. Alright, any question? So feel free to, for questions and clarification, just write it at the comment section. Remember, gratitude is the best attitude. This is your teacher, Marife. See you again. Bye-bye. Okay.